Everyone, the retail apocalypse is upon us right now. 2023 is unlike any other year and will go down, in my opinion, in the history books as why didn't we see it coming? Or maybe some of us have seen it coming. From Toys R Us to JCPenney, so many big box retail stores have gone under, and 2023 is no different. Below, I'm going to bring you a list of 10 big box retailers that have gone under. And the question is, and I encourage you to put your thoughts below, which company will be next? Let's start here with number 10, Lunya. Premium sleepwear brand Lunya filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in June. The direct-to-consumer brand cited a mountain of issues leading to the decision in its court filings, included the reversal of COVID-19 pandemic trends, such as demand for loungewear and a jump in e-commerce activity. Along the brand's growing problems was the fact that it was losing about $135,000 a month for the past year on brick and mortar stores. The company has opened 7 locations in high-end city districts in order to diversify revenue, but the spaces proved to be too large and costly. Lunya closed several of its retail stores and entered into bankruptcy with the hopes of right-sizing its balance sheet. The brand is aiming to confirm a reorganization plan and continue providing its customers with stylish, comfortable, and affordable sleep apparels for years to come. Number 9, Rockport Group files Chapter 11. Despite generating over $203 million in revenue in 2022, shoe retailer Rockport Group filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in June. The company said it had inadequate liquidity to endure any additional economic challenges. In court filings, Rockport said it had nearly $100 million in funded debt obligations. More than half of that was due in August. The company also reported owing its top 5 creditors nearly $47 million. Since its founding in 1971, Rockport, which is known for its rubber-soled casual shoes, has gone through several owners, including Reebok, Adidas, and a joint venture of Berkshire Hathaway and New Balance. Following a 2018 bankruptcy, the company closed its US-based retail stores as part of a reorganization at that time. Number 8. Christmas Tree Shops filed Chapter 11. Christmas Tree Shops in July announced it would liquidate its remaining 72 stores after failing to find a buyer in time to satisfy its lenders. The retailer defaulted on a bankruptcy loan and could not meet the lender's timeline for selling the company before cutting off funding for the business. Christmas Tree Shops filed for Chapter 11 on May 5th, 2023, according to federal bankruptcy court filings in the District of Delaware. At the time, the home decor, furniture, and discount gift retailer had between $50 million and $100 million in liabilities and just $50,000 in assets. The company's top 6 creditors were each owed more than $1 million. The retailer operated 82 brick and mortar locations in 20 states. As part of the Chapter 11 reorganization, Christmas Tree Shops will seek court approval to close up to 10 stores. Number 7, Bed Bath & Beyond files Chapter 11 bankruptcy, July 11th. Both Bye Bye Baby and Bed Bath & Beyond stores are slated for closure after no buyer stepped forward to repurchase them. Their intellectual property, however, was sold to 2 separate buyers. Online-only retailer Overstock.com plans to rebrand itself to Bed Bath & Beyond after buying the bankrupt retailer's intellectual property. A bankruptcy judge also approved the $15.5 million sale of Bye Bye Baby's trademark and digital assets to Dream On Me, a New York-based manufacturer that was a former vendor to Bye Bye Baby. Number 6, David's Bridal files Chapter 11. David's Bridal on April 17th filed for Chapter 11 protection in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court of the District of New Jersey, its second bankruptcy in less than 5 years, a situation informally known as a Chapter 22. The bridal retailer is looking for a buyer and is prepared to liquidate if that search is unsuccessful, according to court filings. Several parties have expressed potential interest in certain assets since February, when the company began reaching out to potential bidders, according to a document filed by David's Bridal CEO, James Markham. Despite taking meaningful strides in its turnaround, the business continues to be challenged by the post-COVID environment and uncertain economic conditions, leading us to take this step to identify a buyer who can continue to operate our business going forward, Markham said in a statement. Number 5, Shoe City files Chapter 11. In March, in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court of the District of Maryland, Shoe City filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. All of the company's 39 stores in Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. began going out of business sales and were expected to close by May 31st, according to court documents. The Baltimore-based company began as a family business, Eileen Shoes, in 1949. In 1980, the company rebranded itself Shoe City. In May of 2022, Arclids Group, parent company of a rival retailer, The Athlete's Foot, agreed to acquire Shoe City, but the deal never closed and ultimately fell through, due in part to that failed deal. Shoe City was never able to regain profitability. According to bankruptcy court documents, Shoe City employed about 400 full and part-time workers at the time of its bankruptcy filing. Number 4, Tuesday Morning. Less than 3 months after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, Tuesday Morning in May announced it would go out of business. The decision follows an April 27 court-approved bankruptcy sale to Hilco Merchant Resources for $32 million. Tuesday Morning filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in February. At the time of its filing, the Dallas-based company said it had secured a $51.5 million debtor in possession commitment from Invictus Global Management to support the company's operation during the case. As part of the reorganization, the company expects to shrink its store footprint by more than half to 200 locations. Tuesday Morning had nearly 500 stores in 40 states last November and about 3,600 full-time and part-time workers at that time. The company previously filed for bankruptcy in 2020. In its 2023 Chapter 11 filing, Tuesday Morning had liabilities and assets of between $100 million and $500 million. Number 3, Independent Pet Partners files Chapter 11. The parent company of Chuck and Don's Loyal Companion, Creasters, and Natural Paws filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in February. As part of the restructuring, the company plans to exit its Loyal Companion and Natural Paws brand and shut down its existing stores on the East Coast, Texas, and California. The company will continue to run under its Chuck and Don and Kaiser's brands. The retailer began liquidating 93 of its stores on February 3rd. Number 2, Party City files Chapter 11. Party City in January filed for Chapter 11. It's seeking a $150 million debtor in possession loan. The pandemic tanked consumer demand for the company's mainstay items, costumes, decorations, and party favors when people canceled in-person celebrations. In court documents, Party City said it has liabilities and assets of $1 billion to $10 billion and 10,001 to 25,000 creditors. The company says an expedited restructuring would reduce debt and improve liquidity. Number 1, Forma Brands files Chapter 11. Roughly 3 months after filing Chapter 11, beauty company Forma Brands exited bankruptcy by completing a sale to its investor group. The Morphe brand owner also appointed Cliff Moskowitz as its CEO. Moskowitz previously served as the interim chief executive at apparel brand Outdoor Voices. He says this marks the start of an exciting new chapter for Forma Brands with new capital and the support of our investor group. We are going forward with the resources necessary to support the execution of our new long-term growth strategy focused largely on our global wholesale and e-commerce platforms. Simon Cowell, president of Forma Brands, said in a statement, "The question is, Which company do you believe is the next one to be on this list of bankruptcies in 2023? I encourage you to put it down below so that I can start looking at the information and evidence against them or for them and start to bring you the real news about the real true crash that is happening right now in 2023.